Hello, and welcome to the Wine Educate podcast, where we explore WSET education, study tips, and practical advice for wine enthusiasts and professionals. This is episode 37. So we are coming to the end of our How to Prepare for the Level 3 exam series. And every time I look at the title of this podcast, I get a little sad. But I thought, well, I'm going to have to talk about it. So I've saved it to the end. So here we go. You didn't pass Level 3 theory and what to do next. Now, with this global pass rate of 57%, that leaves a failure rate of 43%. That is really high. And as you know, the exam is in two parts. And I can say that, at least in my class, we've got a pretty healthy pass rate for the tasting portion, right? The last go round, we had 100% pass. As long as you get the formula down and calibrate with your teacher, you should be just fine. But it is the theory portion that trips people up for all the reasons that I have mentioned in the previous episodes. So if you are just listening to this for the first time, do go back and have a listen. Starting at episode 27, I talk in great detail about the exam, how it's laid out, how to prepare, and so on and so forth. And my big concern here is not that you didn't pass. Do I want you to do well? I do want you to do well. But if you didn't pass, know that you are not alone. My main concern is that I want you to try again, okay? I don't want you to say, maybe this course is not for me, or maybe I just don't understand it, it's too hard. I don't want to hear those things. I want you to retake it because the point is to learn the material, and it is a ton of material. It is a lot to learn, a lot to process, and the exam itself is a lot. And if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth trying for, right? Pretty high pass rates for level 1 and level 2, our multiple choice tests. This one is tough, and you're going to need to maybe fight a little harder for it, okay? So, why students don't pass the theory. Now, this is not me. This is straight out of the examiner's report. So once a year, if you're an APP school like me, you get your report. So I get a report, right? How you doing, Joanne? How's the class going? Okay. And I see my pass rates, and there is a report written by the folks that actually grade these exams saying how the exams are going, what they see students doing, common mistakes students are making, and it's pretty interesting. So these are directly out of the examiner's report. It's my summary of it, essentially, but it's true, and this is what I end up seeing. It's not always about the knowledge, right? You are smart, but it is about exam-taking technique, and it's pretty important for these level 3 exams. Misreading the question. This is huge. And I do go over this in some previous podcasts. Reading the question, and it's clearly asking for what's happening in the vineyard. And you go on and on and on about what's going on in the cellar. Well, it wasn't what they were asking for. So you're going to miss those points. Not having enough structure in your answer. They want to know that you know the material. They want to see that. You have to show it to them. It's not about not knowing the material. It's about expressing it clearly enough. And maybe you still need more time to learn the material. That is absolutely fine, and that is absolutely a situation as well. All of these things are fixable, okay? They're absolutely fixable. You can absolutely have another go at this exam and do brilliantly. I see it all the time. So what does your plan look like moving forward? you can request feedback from the WSET. This involves some paperwork. So if you'd like to do this, get with your APP as soon as possible to let them know, because there is a timeline. There's a date, like an expiration date when you can request this, and it's pretty tight. So if this is something you want, reach out immediately, and it also costs a bit of money to do so. I would give yourself a little break, but just a short one, and then I would get back at it and set your timeline. So I see some students, they don't pass. They're like, that's okay. When's the next date? I'm going for it. And we end up offering these exams about 4 times a year, because I do the 2 in-person classes and we have online students as well. So once a quarter, you get a chance to take the exam. I don't know if it's the best idea to jump right on the next exam date. I think you should take a step back and plan out your study time first. Do you have enough time realistically with work and other commitments to get those hours in before the next test date? So kind of reverse engineer that, right? That's one of the things we do in the level 3 prep course, is realistically look at your timeline and where you're going to put those hours you need to do the studying. So then you maybe set your timeline, okay, maybe 6 months out for the next date, and you've got your study plan in place, and you could also join a study group. So if you say, well, Joanne, my class is already over. I know, but there's always study groups rolling somewhere, right? Get in touch with your APP, say, hey, when's the next level 3? Could you let me know who's in charge of the study group in that class? I want to join. And I see that as well. Students can hop on another study group, and that is very helpful with being motivated and staying accountable. Okay, and how do the retakes work? If you did not pass both portions, the theory and the tasting, you will need to, unfortunately, pay for and sit for both of them the next go round. I know that feels a bit mean. You're like, well, couldn't I just try for the tasting and only pay for the tasting? Unfortunately not. So you're going to need to pay for both and sit again for both. Now, if you pass the tasting and you just need to retake the theory, well, you just pay to retake the theory and you just retake the theory portion. Once you take the exam, your grade is what it is. So say you took the exam and you did the tasting and you got passed with distinction. Well done. Wonderful. You did not pass the theory. So you're like, okay, well, I need to retake the theory. And you retake the theory and you get passed with distinction on the theory. Amazing. Well done. Well, because you took them at separate times, you could not get the overall pass with distinction. So you would get pass with merit, which is still amazing and really great. If your goal is to get pass with distinction overall, you've got to do it on the first time, okay? Your first sitting of the exam, you have to get distinction on both portions. All right? Just to give you that ahead of time. I do get students that have passed with merit on their first go round and ask me if they could resit it. You cannot resit it once you get your grade. Your first grade is your final grade. Okay, if you want some help and guidance with this process, we do a level 3 prep course here called Launchpad. If you are interested, go to our website, wineeducate.com. It is under the level 3 tab. You'll see the word Launchpad. You can click on that and read all the details. I also have a link for it in the show notes. As I record this now, we have one coming up in May. So if you're listening to this at a different point of year, just go check it out. We will have them rolling throughout the year. Okay, I hope you found this series to be useful. I am now personally really glad I have it out there. So when I get students signed up for level 3, I can say, listen to these episodes, because having this knowledge before you start the class will help to make it a better class and a much more enjoyable experience. Okay? All right, again, any questions, send me an email, joanne@wineeducate.com. Have a lovely day.